So we open the final period with a third down play. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Tide trying to convert on third down as we start the fourth. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out. They'll decline the penalty. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to run. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
They've got him looking to run. Now they're going to throw it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Williams. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. It's a running room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Horton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Simpson. Snags it! And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown tie! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. And the returner goes down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you could see it there, and you could see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
And the Noles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He makes the catch. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. Got it behind the line, and good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Wide open spaces. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Loss on 1st down increased the degree of the 8. Goes to the option. Now the pinch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 36 over the Groupers.
Keeps looking downfield.
We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air. It's Applewhite. It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McCoy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on first down. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Noles want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Robinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Looking for more room. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it from here.